and Tidehunter also having a bit of a global presence from the Dawnbreaker. Virtus.pro, I need to see something. It could be like a relatively decent Slark game because there are no stuns, like they have no silences. There's also Leshrac that was banned out by Virtus.pro, which kind of rings the bell for me. Same goes for Invoker. He does not like to play into Mana Burn.
What happens if you pick something up like the Slark? Like you're saying, the lockdown's a little bit light on the side of PSG LGD, but if the Slark starts to fall behind, how do you manage those expectations then?
That is the million-dollar question, literally, because you actually can't really play Dota into Tidehunter at the moment, so any sort of 5-on-5 engage is going to be disastrous. This is similar to a Slark in a sense where you needed something that could go in and poke. It's excellent.
Yeah, the looks that you guys are giving one another, I love
exactly what Slark looks like.
Exactly, yeah.
It's similar, okay? It's going to provide the same sort of like in and out. You get a lot of not like hard disable, but you're going to stick to targets. It's a very sticky hero. You also get a bunch of stacks.
Seconds left.
Continue.
Thank you. Very good against Luna Visage as well. Visage, theoretically, if you buy Vanguard into a Crimson, the birds start doing 0 damage, which is very effective and helps keep your squishy supports alive. I think it's a great pick if there were ever a game for Bristleback. However, I agreed with LOA's closing thoughts, right? If you're going to pick the Bristle and then you don't win your lanes, this is going to be a very difficult game for you.
Well, that's something that Virtus.pro has typically really enjoyed doing, is they try to play as fast as possible. But you are on an international stage. You're up against one of the best teams in the world, one that a lot of people are saying, they're thinking they're going to win this whole gosh darn thing. So I would not be surprised if PSG LGD was able to adjust. Like, this is a team that does their homework, right, Lacoste?
Oh, for sure. This is a team that has probably the hardest working players this whole year, I would say. They need some kind of answer for Bristleback because their damage output is relatively limited right now, especially for the early stages of the game. Once Bristleback gets that Vanguard, from what I've seen, Nightfall 2 or 3 times in a row went for Vanguard into full Aghanim Scepter straight away just to be more annoying in their own face, a bit of more AoE against the birds.
It is pretty nasty. Like, that is the timing for Bristleback. The earlier you get it, the faster you can start running at enemy heroes in tier 2s. Just comment, PSG LGD, I love the fact that, Zhao 8's drafting, and no wonder they can work so hard when you can trust the director, arguably the most legendary Chinese captain, to just make all of these strategical decisions. Obviously, you're going to have some input, but you can just vibe, right? Just like have time to go pat Jinq on the belly, like, all right, we're...
Oh, they're doing that after draft ends.
Sure.
After draft?
Yeah, for good luck.
But is it a situation? I mean, that's another thing when we talk about the director, is that I believe he's higher MMR than his own players as well.
He wanted to. Nothing to say was stuck in Malaysia. Zhao 8 was winning tournaments in Europe.
He was losing his lane, but
he was playing mid Spirit Breaker and beating teams that are still participating here at this tournament.
I'm so excited over there now for mentioning that.
It wouldn't be bad. You get the break mechanic? No, not happening.
All right, we get a Kunkka pickup now. How do you feel about this? This gives you a Silver Edge carrier. It gives you some team fight. It gives you a way to reposition if they try to run away. Do we like this?
I like that. It's a possibility that he gets a Silver Edge in this game, but what I'm looking for is that one item timing coming out from PSG LGD. Kunkka can go, like, you can get either Armlet or you can get a straight up BKB, which is really nice, and then you go with the birds, go with the Tidehunter. So yeah, Virtus.pro, they defended their Ember Spirit with the puck pick, what they tend to do whenever there's a Storm Spirit in their own game, or they tend to pick it. Not enough lockdown for this Ember Spirit, so it feels like a really good Ember game. Whenever Ember is paired up with a position 1, you need to have some kind of tower damage. Bristleback is not the best one, but will do the job.
Yeah, I love this. I think VP are at a bit of a disadvantage. They're going to need to play fast. The team fighting BKB timings of PSG LGD are going to be nuts this game.
All right, well, lots of really excellent points. It's going to be a very exciting game for sure. But speaking of people who are extremely excitable, I believe we have Jenkins over with the last word.
And everything, so that can really break you of any sort of nervousness when there's just Jenkins rambling at you. So bless his little heart, his little soul. I just hope we get a little bit more of him here, and for a long 3 games, can we hope as the night grows dark, the games get good, and Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fake beyond message.
I cannot wait. Oh my goodness gracious. No, it's the Y message. You were so prepped. Oh my god. Can I just
actually
tell
hadn't looked at the pics yet.
everybody out there, Trent was just like, he was hyped up. All our pre-work for TI, all our everything, he was just like, can't wait for the Faith Beyond message. They pick it, they put it on Y.
He's gonna do it. Faith Beyond's gonna do it again, guys. Trust me.
Anyways, it's gonna be a great
And then he
series here.
just gives it off to Y again.
I'm really excited for this
Why
one.
does he crush my hopes? You know, Jenkins is a real distraction, okay? This
You're
is
not
not
wrong.
on me.
That's
all
true.
I'm saying.
That's absolutely true. So should mention, as we head out across the map right now, Virtus Pro trying to find themselves an opening, but likewise LGD all staying together across the map. The panel talked a lot about the early pressure that Virtus Pro needs to lay on, and I think the point that was made of like, if you draft to win the lanes and you lose the lanes, you're going to have a bad time. I think that was an SVG comment there.
That's pretty solid advice, you know, from a TI captain right there. You got to make sure your game plan goes all according to plan here. And for now, the plan is a bit of passivity. So everyone just kind of on their own side. And we'll just go for 2 for 2. So yeah, my disappointment is immense here. I'm not going to lie. Why on the Visage? So big differences here will be that you're not going to see that like super heavy damage dealing Visage that you might have been expecting, right? Like someone just like gets right in there, but of course throws them off a little bit during the draft. You have it for the flex pick there. Not sure what they're going to do. Of course, we can run support Tides these days. We can run support Visages. So Faith Beyond just going on the old standard reliable, because they didn't really go for necessarily the best Tide counters, right? Which has of course been a big theme throughout the drafting as we've moved forward throughout TI.
Yeah, that's something that's kind of interesting, because in a lot of ways it feels like the damage that gets done in the biggest way by Tide is in sometimes that laning stage with the minus armor, Gush just running people down. So instead opting to go back over to the other side there.
Speaking of tri-lanes here, we have a very sneaky TP coming out here. Not spotted, I believe, by the Vision. XinQ trying to get a wraparound play through the trees. They don't want to scare him off quite yet on Nightfall.
Yeah, and I mean, save is nearby, but again, if you're able to get that jump, there's a potential you could try and find some extra pressure.
Yeah.
But Kingslayer also making the move down bottom.
Yes! He's back. Tri-lane versus tri-lane Visage. The crowd goes wild. They love it.
Well, they might need to be able to do some extra damage there as Nightfall slowed down for the moment, seeing if they can get a couple more hits the second round, but no! In fact, it's Y who falls, and also in the mid lane, don't look now. It ends up being a nothing to say solo kill on to GPK, and they're still looking for more. XinQ in some trouble as Kingslayer might have gone a bit too far there, gets punished by XinQ. Can they do anything else here? Save, right click, slow down. Nightfall trying to get XinQ, can't quite connect.
He's good.
Yeah, dodges away through the other side and has a salve going. Could maybe make another run at it.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's a Bane, my man. You're in a little bit of trouble now. Team gets up there with the Starbreaker, but they both end up falling. The last second, just mayhem down bottom.
Two teams starting to give them a feel for each other. There is a truce up top, of course, between Earthshaker and Ty. They're just hanging out, but that mid lane kill, now level 7 on Nothing to Say, while GPK still level 5. Got the punish on the getting 6 first, used the ulti for the kill. Ember unable to escape, and needs a friendly TP to the lane just to fill the bottle.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, and again, Ember matchup is, well, Nothing to Say. It's just going to walk in again, going for the right click down, but with save there, that should be enough to stop the pressure. But yeah, normally you can like go for either a remnant away with the X combo or what have you. Not the case when you don't get 6 in time. As XinQ turned upon by GPK, Kingslayer there gets in range for a little bit of minus intelligence as well. A hot start on this cold night. Impressive.
And now you guys start wondering, with Faith Beyond obviously getting off this great start on the Tidehunter, leading in the CS, moving towards this tower. What's the answer from Virtus Pro? Like, do you try and stop the side? Because he's just going to keep going, and
yeah.
DM doesn't really have a lot to do. If you try and mess them too much, you already see the rotation coming in from Y. You have an Ember, like GPK, he wants to try and get some punches when he can, but he's a little busy catching up. He's hitting neutrals right now. I feel like DM's just going to get sent to the Wolves here. They are bringing everyone on LGD.
Yeah, DM, you're the sacrificial one here as they move in and finish them off.
They know that there's not a counter move here from Virtus Pro right now. Right, like XinQ's just sitting mid. He's going to grab a little bit of creeps on the wave here. Maybe they can get this kill, but there is a ward that's spotting this move from safe, so I highly doubt XinQ goes down. Right, yeah, respecting the vision. Yeah, he's good.
Keeping it cool.
Yeah, he knows exactly where save is sitting. So, of course, the best case scenario for a Tide Hunter player, take that top tower, TP bottom, and hold the wave.
I mean, I think that this is one of those situations too. Well, maybe they've been able to find him. I don't know if they can really do all that much. Boat goes out first, and in fact, if VP aren't careful, they might end up losing another one themselves. Wide moves himself through the river. GPK gonna throw out the Remnant back behind, but the rundown won't be enough to kill off that Ember there.
Yeah, X was coming back pretty soon there too, so.
Played it safe, he knew the limits.
He's got that timer, and the internal clock that all Dota players have. Got to get that fuel going, and well, with Tide taking the bottom lane, Ame freer to farm up here, moving in towards these neutrals.
Got a Starbreaker or something out there? There's nothing.
Now, I know what happens to Ember players. See, they see this kind of game, and they go, oh, there's no stuns. So they keep playing, and they keep pushing, and they go to that limit, and then suddenly there's, you know, a cleave you don't spot from a Tidebringer and a soul assumption, and you're dead.
That's true. We'll see if it ends up happening here. Obviously, a lot of nerves potential on the big stage. There is one really big stun if they want to use it, as Faith Beyond heads on in, but the Remnant away. And that's going to keep him back.
That's the false sense of security, because your core can't be killed.
Exactly.
So you just follow him into battle, you know, and then he abandons you like that as a support. But trying to help get some kills for GPK, and sometimes that's going to cost save there on the aggressive Bane that he plays.
Something that can be absolutely devastating if done in the proper way. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, LGD still hanging out and going to get gripped for the moment. ZaneQ in a little bit of trouble, nothing to say, moves in, wants to save his buddy, and in fact, the boat's going to come out there. Quick catch for the kill, and GPK actually got pulled back in by that X. Oh. He remnanted out at the wrong timing. Oh my god, and that's a huge pickoff.
That is absolutely massive. You can tell the way he's been playing, like doing an excellent job for sure, stealing a lot of this net worth away for some of these LGD heroes, trying to widen the gap there, but when you go down, it's very costly, and they're going to punish really fast into this tower. That Arnold on the Kunkka, he's hitting hard into this thing, and then Y, of course, level 8 now. So much pressure again here on another Blink play from DM. Global's there and ready. Their vision ahead of themselves, though, absolutely nothing. Oh, here we go, though.
Looking for an opening here.
Maybe they can draw a fight in here if they come to try and cover, nothing to say. But no one TPing quite yet.
There's a lot of heroes here. This is going to most likely be a dead nothing to say unless there's a lot of rotations, and actually bringing in one. Okay, an opportunity to turn around. The Ravage to try and save. The Armor Toggle's going to keep nothing to say alive for the moment. Still taking some of that slow, steady burn down damage. But Virtus Pro not able to connect for the kill.
Now this is good. Conscious decision.
Can they go for any more afterwards? They're going to lose that Dawnbreaker. Still hanging out down bottom is Faith Beyond. He TP'd into this. Yep. So they go in for the save onto one and end up potentially losing another here.
Teammates, look how far back they are.
They're not coming in for this one anymore.
They're waiting.
Oh my goodness. So much emphasis placed there on keeping nothing to save alive.
So that was so much forward thinking from Virtus Pro. They're thinking in their heads about the stack of spells available in these engagements and what they have to do. I love the play of not popping the global, right? Yeah. The Tide comes in, you could have globaled there, then there's no Ravage, but he knew there's not even a follow-up. No one's going to die from this Ravage. It's only going to delay. Sure, we don't get the one kill, but we get another kill afterwards, and so much pressure on this tower.
Save there, stalking around this area. It almost looked like he wanted to get caught. Maybe that, you know, sort of bluff of there's vision over here or something. But Nightmares goes for the walk away, then Nightmares again.
I feel like he's almost wants a Dawnbreaker play, right? Like Solar Guardian and just come out globally.
Bullwhip left down on the ground there, but the Dawnbreaker shows up bottom. GPK going with the grip, trying to find the kill. The Ravage is there though. And the turnaround, the attempt, GPK still going in. Well, afterwards, and now Remnant's Fort, they've also got a fight on the other side. Nightfall trying to TP out. Do they have anything to control him? Yes, they do. So while the fight's going on bottom, they manage to kill off the Bristle. And the turnaround, though, looking for Team went in, but he gets punished hard.
Those are some good BKBs. That's what that was.
Wow.
That was painful. You see Echo Slam on the fight recap, and then you look at the damage, and you're just like, oh, I guess that wasn't a very good Echo there, guys. My bad.
Man. DM, again, farming down bottom. That Celestial Hammer is going to come back to ZaneQ.
It's a very explosive game. Things kind of, very chill in between. Because everyone's kind of respecting each other, staying on their own sides, and then we get into the one big blow up. Part of that also coming down to some of the larger cooldowns in this game. When you're trying to play around your own Ravage, the enemy team is watching for the global silence.
Right, and this is why I feel like I really like the Virtus.pro's draft in some ways, because you can see the way that Ember's supposed to go in, find the bait of the abilities to be used on him, and then gets out afterwards. And it just hasn't worked out that way yet, so you can understand the idea, but in practice it's looking a little bit rough.
Yeah, Faith Beyond No just marching with his Aghanim Scepter. You spot a hero, you throw out the gush, and there is a BKB here for Nightfall.
Nightfall, he walks into all of them. The rest of Virtus.pro is pretty far away, but still hanging on to that BKB. This could be they're not going to go for the fight.
Now he pops it.
Okay, and TP out. Manages to escape from that one, and now just going to walk right into the pit for LGD.
Yeah, didn't TP to the outpost or anything. Is running right back immediately. Salves up to the Quicksilver Amulet, so he's running.
Taking down that Helm of the Dominator creep. And LGD maybe thinking they are able to get away with a free one there, but not to be the case.
And of course that ward, as you pointed out before, still sitting there, so they see some of these little rotations around the pit, and so they're going to go for the smoke wraparound. Another smoke.
Oh, this could be big if they could find him. Up on the high ground, Nightfall is on the low ground. Kingslayer's the one that gets jumped on first, potentially. Has a no global if he wants it. But they're going to go for the pull down and the kill. Dead, but has buyback. So buyback global is an opportunity here. If they want to turn it, jump forward, face around, on why? Looking for the chase down. Do they have enough? They don't want to break that Kraken show, but the Ravage comes out. Going to connect on to only two. Do they have any more afterwards? The Echo, it's not doing nearly enough. Virtus.pro have to run away in fear as LGD just won't let him go. The chase down one by one by one. LGD are just too damn good.
Things are looking so good up on the high ground there too. Like they kind of split the fight up into two with the Bristle down in the river, and he's waiting for his BKB, and now the BKB's even there from DM. I thought this was his chance, but the whole team not able to connect. I mean, still holding on to the Fiend's grip. Save couldn't really find the right moment. All that, a punishing play here from LGD. And DM just, I mean, he's looking at this, sees two heroes, but BKB timing on the Ravage was good. The Eclipse comes out, but the BKBs, again, by the time he gets on course, they're just getting the BKBs out in the game there.
Wrap around there, finding themselves one, but GPK able to get out the last second. Save. Well done.
You can save a word there. It's good. Nice save.
That's there.
Must be why he plays the Bane.
Exactly. But in the meantime, it certainly doesn't feel great to have to use it in that fashion. Makes those fights that much more difficult. A chance, a hope, an opportunity. Lots of TPs coming in though. The boat's going to be there afterwards. GPK finds one kill, but it's going to come at the cost of Save, who falls down. And meanwhile, wait, Luna left alone? Do they have a way to catch her? She still has BKB TP out. That'll keep Ame alive.
Maybe they don't have wards on other parts of the map, but they're going to see this little silencer courier and be like, oh, he's right over there. Oh, and they're actually going to see there's a gem on it now, too. So, a valuable bounty to be claimed.
If they can find the kills, and with seeing those couriers, LGD are going to make a smoke play now and head off towards the mid lane. Save is going to be there separate, but DM actually blinking in. Do they run into each other here?
Okay, DM. He keeps getting the big item. He's ready for the reveal. The blink, it didn't work out. The BKB, not so hot either. But this time, the Shadow Blade. Maybe this is his time.
Does he have it? There's maybe an opportunity there. Oh, walking in, breaking the smoke. But no, DM has already left, and Kingslayer going to fall. They've just not been able to, on Virtus.pro, hook together with all of their combo. Everybody's always off, having to push out those other side lanes.
And they're going for the sneaky play, but it's not so sneaky when you're under an Obs and a Sentry.
True.
GPK and Save down here.
I mean, this just
at least they don't know like saves there, right?
Right.
Until then it wears off.
He's been playing with consistently, I feel like, on this team so much heart.
Oh, jeez. Now DM also running through a ward here too. They're just getting destroyed on vision.
But maybe an opportunity to find a kill. They jump in, they jump out. DM still in this. They're going to run away now with Save. The run down with nothing to say is there, and the Bane will fall.
Considering the vision LGD had, yeah, you'll take that, I feel. yourselves one kill. You're behind. You're trading. That's going to give you the advantage. Ember also grabbing the kill, so a little bit more gold into GPK's pockets to help towards a eventual BKB for this Ember Spirit.
All right. Well, has the Aghanim Scepter done with that Maelstrom as well. And I believe that's another item coming out on the Courier, which should be the Shiva's Guard as well. So still very farmed, 11,000 gold lead. But every now and then, Virtus Pro, they're finding these pickoffs.
Oh, I see. He's gone for that instead. All right, GPK. I mean, that's the playmaking, right? You know, BKB is not going to win this game. That I can agree with for now. Just don't get hit.
There it is.
Yeah.
DM. An opportunity nearby. Echo to start. Half HP. Down low. Almost dead. Can they kill her? Yes. That's the quick combo that they needed with the global afterwards.
All right, GPK.
Virtus Pro. They feel like they found their moment, and they might have, as the chase down continues. Why? Running up to high ground, away from the Ancients. They don't have nothing to say nearby at all. And why? Likely to die here as he hides off on the other side, goes to Stoneform, comes out of it, and eventually in the dirt. Look at this, and this is right around the same time that Roche is capable of respawning.
All right, DM, he's in the game. The Earthshaker has arrived. They needed that so bad, not even just for like this game or anything, but I feel like that's going to help his mentality so much. He's really struggled this game. Now hits the big play that can finally garner them some map control.
It does only break for the 4 seconds, so they're going to have to find the kill in that duration. DM, again, the one that could break this smoke. GPK is there, the smoke breaks. DM still not visible.
There's a wide approach here from LGD. They're so spread out.
Nightfall gonna walk into all. Have that silver edge going. DM hides back behind, waiting for the opening. The pitcher, it connects on a 3. The Echo afterwards, a ton of damage out, and the feed script to boot. GPK runs through them all. The Ravage is out, and now the turn. Ame, he's mad, he's in control. The right clicks come through in the Glades. They're way too much damage. Fissure one more time again. GPK, how are you living? You're not. Never mind, you're done. Just like that, LGD pull it back. It was looking so bad for a moment, and now the buyback. GPK runs back in, triple kill for him now. Wants to find that kill onto Y, won't get it. The double buyback secures a couple more pickoffs, but just mayhem in the river.
Yeah, the river runs red with everyone's blood right now. And again, this is a situation where Virtus Pro, they're very far behind. So yeah, it costs a couple buybacks, sure, not great, but you are definitely, you know, at least feeling like you can keep fighting in this game right now, whereas it was a bit rough for a second there. Man, I thought that it was going to look a little bit rougher here too, because DM coming through, watching for this Echo Slam, right? This is the play again, gets in there before the BKBs are popped. Now, the main problem was Ame, of course, sitting there just slaying this entire time, throwing out this big damage, but they do focus the other cores down first, right? Take away that control from the Kunkka, try and get the Tide after the Ravage, and deal with Ame in the end.
And just right there, you can see how close he was, but one last round there. The Soul Assumption doing so much damage, and then of course the buyback after he got the Remnant down. GPK knew that Soul Assumption was going to kill him and made sure to get out after.
This will do wonders for GPK's net worth too, of course. You know, like, you bought back, that part's a little bit painful. Came back, got a kill though, and of course you're farming the entire map by yourself. He was the only core left standing.
Has the BKB done, and really it's the levels there as well. You can see now up to 26, went for the 2 Sleight of Fist charges. So,
wow, he is well ahead on the XP. The next highest, at least on the enemy team, is 24 1/4.
This is going to be an interesting timing. How much can he get done with this advantage that he's been able to build up? Still, again, 10k gold into the lead there of LGD, but the Remnant in. They're hungry. They want to find these kills. As they walk forward, Y going to be controlled. Fate Beyond. BKB out from DM though. Goes Invis afterwards. Broken. Oh, he's controlled. Echo done. The blink on the Tidehunter. Absolutely beautiful from DM. And now the grip onto Ame. They want to kill him in time. Do they have enough? No. Coming with the turn. Ame, are you kidding me? What in the hell was that? Ame lives, but then finally goes down. One last hit. Oh my goodness, save, you did it to him.
At least he finds that in the end. There's some buybacks here all around. But that's got to feel good for LGD. Finally taking a decisive victory in an engagement. Absolutely ridiculous. The Roche is up. Everyone knows it's a major contesting point in this game.
putting the pressure now on to this young VP team.
They can move very confidently right now with Y having the birds and having the gem. They can check for all this vision. And I don't see any obs with them right now. So they've got one up in the dire triangle.
I can see all of it, Virtus Pro right now, with the exception of GBK hanging out on that bottom side of the map. And nothing to say with the DD now wearing out. Is going to go for a couple quick hits there onto that tier 3 tower and go for the slow, steady, safe siege.
Pretty good move if you ask me.
Yeah, just why just throwing the birds at the tower there. Not too concerned. Looking towards a eventual scythe maybe. High aspirations from a support player.
Thank you. Walks out, finds TM. The fissure is there. But seeing and sensing the danger come in their direction, the rest of VP are going to blink and TP out.
Jeez, that's got to be terrible. Please don't TP next to me. Like, is that really what you want? Seen that end too poorly several times, but they'll be all right this time. They're just trying to delay the game. They're catching waves as far away from LGD as they can. They do not want to fight into this Aegis. They'd love to get a couple picks, though. They're going to smoke into their base. They don't have the best vision. They have an idea about where the tide is at the very least. They just saw him a moment ago, and they're going to find themselves an invis rune here, too.
Well, that one's going to be picked up by Nightfall now. As, again, the move through the river. Dire scanning, hoping to find somebody in the triangle. They're a couple seconds early. Ame, does he dare step up high ground or just reveal himself on these creeps? And Virtus Pro recognizing this, they're going to get some vision down now.
Serves you right.
Hold this area. And LGD, are they going to tempt fate and go up there as well? Doesn't look like it. I have a feeling that they recognize where Virtus Pro are right now, and now Nightfall shows, nothing to say. Knows he's going to be farming this camp, walks in, slow down from the gush, has that Aegis on nothing to say, just walks into all of them. Enclave afterwards. Oh, and the connection. That's going to be a big one on the Nightfall. There's the BKB. Global silence used already. Trying to turn, trying to go into this fight, but Bane caught alone. He's going to get absolutely decimated, and Virtus Pro might not go back, but able to find another. DF jumps in, not enough damage though. Oh, and Ame in the back lines is just going absolutely ham as they run them down one by one. Hex is out. The slow, steady burn as they find Kingslayer and also gonna foul Nightfall. Another victory there for LGD. And now what a tremendous mountain they're gonna have to climb to pull this one back.
Ame's just picking up change on the sidewalk there, walking through TPing heroes with no BKBs as a Luna. One stun for you, one for the other. No chance of getting away. And Virtus Pro, game one starting to slip here. You can only imagine the LG are going to start going high ground. That Aegis working out fantastically for them. 15 seconds left. So obviously, you know, they don't really need it at the moment. Not looking like a big, strong force here to contest from Virtus Pro. They have the sense that, you know, Bristle, they know that buyback's not back for 2 full minutes here. And this is a Luna, ladies and gentlemen. We might be looking at the end.
Oh, and just like that, it's going to go so quickly. And yes, you mentioned no buybacks. LGD sensing a little bit of blood in the water, looking for an opening, and the Hex is there. They catch GPK. He is going to fall. Kingslayer also in trouble as they run him down. The grip is out, but is it enough? Nothing to say. Turns forward, tries to find GPK. He's down to a quarter HP as they set their sights on taking down this Dawnbreaker first. But the real carry is in their base. The buyback comes out. LGD, they turn on to GPK, find that kill, focus down the Ancient. Another buyback coming this time from Kunkka. But in the end, it is all too much as they turn in and take the Ancient and go up 1-0 in the series.
LGD. The team to beat at TI, everyone knew it coming in, and as we continue through the group stage, through the main event, it continues to be true.
It fits the profile, exactly what they needed. They needed a hero that can drop the backline, make Oracle's life a nightmare pretty much, and Wyvern, and he is probably the best option that they had. One more time, PSG LGD will go with Kunkka, same goes with the Spirit. I think Void Spirit has slightly better chances because in the first game he got solo killed, and this time around, you know, with the shield, the different shield from Void Spirit, yeah, they upgraded the shield, and now it's going to be a bit better. Still liking what PSG LGD got.
Yeah.
Well
Ladies
said,
and gentlemen,
Jenkins.
this is the face of the man who has to make content around Herald gameplay. Everybody out there in the world. It's a rough life out there for all of us. But yeah, Necrophos.
Yes, yes, so well put. Such an eloquent speaker, Jenkins. Thank you so much. All right, well.
Why is it us? Why us? What happened?
That's a short straw for everyone at the end of the day. It's fine here.
But we're going to get into this game number 2 now. Virtus Pro backs up against the wall. Need to find something here in the very end. As already out towards the mid lane, LGD well on their way to try and secure this game number 2. I got to say, man, I saw that Darkseer picked. Just jubilation. I love this hero. It's so awesome.
Yep.
And then immediately the Oracle came out, and it was just... it's such a tough matchup.
I can actually tell you something here.
Tell me.
Now, VP currently spamming the shame line of the beloved Sir Action Slacks. He did a winner's interview with Y. Did you hear what he said? He said...
He talked about Oracle.
He said, Y, when's the Oracle coming out, man? It's your favorite hero. And Y's like, you know, it's like it was gifted to him. There's one hero where you see it and you go, Oracle.
Yeah.
Give me Oracle. It's Darkseer. And the reasoning for that, if you maybe haven't played so much Dota, we'll get to that after, in case there's an engagement here.
There might just be. Gotta be careful here by LGD. Roll in onto one, and GPK gets about here, and Faith Beyond able to take the other. And just like that, we're off to the races. And already the Ion Shell.
Yes.
There it is.
There it was, ladies and gentlemen. So you saw there was an Ion Shell on Earth Spirit. Well, I guess we'll go to step 1. Ion Shell is a spell from Darkseer. He puts this little aura on you. It's a tiny little ball, and it damages heroes right next to you. Quite a bit of damage.
Regardless, there's some other heroes in this
You
game as
play
well.
this hero. Why'd they pick it?
It's great with Tiny. You know, you love to run in there.
Yeah.
And
Surge Tiny. That's good.
Nightfall going to be enabled that much more, increasing farm potentially, increasing kill potential.
It is good with these position 4s that can
It's
top
very
people.
nice.
Fortune's End or not, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a great spell.
And we'll see how this ends up working out for them, as Faith Beyond going to take a nice chunk of damage there. Nightfall, Kingslayer keeping that pressure on. You know, IO has seen a pretty big increase in play recently, it feels like. Particularly in the lead up to TI, it felt like maybe there's going to be a chance that we wouldn't see all that much of it, but now getting played consistently just as this core hero, core enabling hero that lets your position 1 show up to the fight even when they're on the opposite side of the map. Yeah, this one's been really interesting in that regard. Obviously, you've got sort of, to some extent, static lane matchups, but heroes that are very survivable. You've got a lot of healing going on. You know, on LGD's side, you've got Necro, Winter Wyvern, and Oracle, all are who are about keeping people alive. And then, you know, likewise, an Isle that just keeps people stacked up constantly, as Catapult Wave is going to be pressuring mid a little bit, and it looks like Y will move in, and they get the quick finish off on that one. Nothing to say, head back home. XTP comes back, full resources.
Yeah, it's so hard to pressure the resources of a Kunkka.
There it is.
Pressure on the Zen Q, and there, the first blood of game 2. Going the way of Kingslayer.
Not necessarily who would have expected it. Instead, the move through and save. Gonna go down as well. Nothing to say. Claims that one as Y also chased down. So a flurry of action. Suddenly we're 3 kills deep.
Yeah, slow start. Now things are going to start popping off. And of course, someone who's very happy with this is probably DM, because that Oracle's long gone. He can lane a little bit more freely up top. And Ame still top of the board right now, just a little bit ahead of that Tiny.
The rotations feel like they might be a little bit tough for Kunkka until he gets a couple more levels.
I think they're just fully ready to match any sort of aggressive plays from Virtus Pro.
Nice dodge. Nothing to say. Not going to get by the 8th Remnant. Now, X-Bow comes down, kills off Kingslayer. LGD punishing the aggression from Virtus Pro
as well.
Oh, tries to get away, but the Monkey King a bit too quick on that as Ame finds the finish on DM.
Yeah, I've just got a little bit too good of a start up here on this Monkey King. Treads and the Orb. Now it's going to become a tough place for DM to come back to, and when a Darkseer loses the ability to freely go to lane, they have some problems, right?
True.
Like, you can try and like smoke with someone and go for an Ion Shell gank, but the hero likes to be greedy. You like to play in that same zone as like a Beastmaster or a Venomancer and kind of keep pushing out that wave and getting a lot of gold. So he's just going to TP right back up here. Check for wards to see if that's what was the problem last time, but doesn't get lucky. That feels real bad. Yeah. Clearly, I only died because they had wards.
All right. It's
I mean, it can't be that, you know, they outskilled me.
I mean, Ame is, you know, he was reading those movements and was able to catch him pretty well on that Monkey King. Orb of Corrosion already done now and going into the Echo Saber, so he is going to be quite stacked up.
And a classic play now. If they're paying attention on that ward, he just walked back and Ion Shelled this Void Spirit who smoked. Looks like Wide didn't quite notice though, or maybe perhaps he was trying to pop
nicely
that.
played there to break off the Aether Remnant, but it didn't matter in the end. Still goes down.
I think he knew. By the way, he walked in there.
Yeah, he was very prepared for that jump. And almost was able to get himself out as well. Would have at least forced one more jump there.
Yeah, I mean, he even saw the ward get placed on the pillar, right? So,
yeah,
was well aware of the situation.
And this is a nice move, I think, by Virtus Pro. Rotate into that Darkseer's lane, try and force the pressure onto that tier 1 tower, and enable your core, GPK, to move around and try and get some kills. But King's Slayer going to be caught again down bottom, not quite able to get that tether off.
Oh, that was close.
To Nightfall. And also going to get the D ward. Man, LGD are just everywhere. They are so on top of each one of these moves.
I feel like they're just in their head. Like, I think that they do a really good job of understanding what you need to do to come back in the game, and it's very easy for us to see this kind of plays when we have the bird's eye view, but I feel like their insight into, like, you know, what would I do if my Darkseer is having a bad lane? I would smoke to him so I can get Ion Shell and we try and kill the carry, right?
And then they catch him on the second side of it. DM tries to get out of there, drops the wall, but to no avail, will end up falling. Every single move that Virtus Pro has made, it feels like, has been countered by LGD.
Yeah, they're getting the big blocks out. You know, they're just throwing up some lofty little shots to the basket.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the big old slam down from LGD to get out of my face.
GPK, though, does not want to be denied this pressure. Moves down bottom, and again, LGD, they back away. They're prepped, they're ready. But this is what we saw from them, at least in the previous game, that did start to look kind of well, was invading the jungle.
It's so scary coming into this jungle, though. Like, I feel like these heroes are terrifying. A Necrophos, you try and kill him, maybe he just turns, gets you with a Scythe, right? The big heal up with the Ghost Shroud, that could go poorly. You're going to have the Rum buff on top there, too. Then there's the Winter's Curse turnaround plays. Like, I feel like Virtus Pro need to make these aggressive plays, but the punishing heroes are definitely there from LGD.
And you can see the way they want to play aggro, but in a moment, they walk forward. X is going to be used, not going to connect. Faith Beyond jumped on, but the turn! Oh, GPK, you messed around and found out. Faith Beyond.
Where's the
comes
respect
in.
for the Scythe?
It just takes him down. Roll afterwards, tries to find the backline. They catch now onto the Oracle. That's a good one to get. After toss afterwards, Magnetize doing a good amount of damage, but
heal.
it's not enough. The heal comes out. And just like that, everything falling apart for VP yet again. Nightfall slowed, but they got bigger fish to fry as they're heading back towards mid to take the tower.
Catapult still just heaving away. Make it nice and easy for LGD, and well, I mean, when you see the smoke get purchased from Y right there too, and that's gonna be flying out, you know, they're just moving, right?
Yeah.
They want to keep up this pressure.
Man, who can stop LGD? This Virtus Pro team looked like it could have been the ones, but this game number 1, everything's starting to go back and forth, but in the end was constantly into the favor of LG. And now this game number 2, it looks like they've got everything ready. And they're constantly prepped. Virtus Pro, they need a comeback. And thankfully, they do have Darkseer, which is a good hero for it, with the Vac Wall combos. But they need to get into those items first.
Darkseer combos, IO Tiny. Maybe there'll be something there, but they got some items first. And right now, I mean, GVK trying to look towards a straight Ags? That's going to be a ways away. That's a tall order. No Euls. I mean, pretty rough this game to go for the Euls. Doesn't really save you from a whole lot. Lots of punishes when you come down.
And again,
so that's a punish.
all
DM's
it
gone.
takes is one.
I like the friendly tips of boosting up your own team. Can I just say?
That's true.
Those are nice. We don't get enough of those.
No, that's
Motivate.
right. Motivation. You know, there's
They're not as much fun though, are they?
well, I mean,
Yeah, well,
I don't want to say
it's unfortunate. It's just the reality.
I think right now, though, I mean, LGD can do what they want. Friendly tips or offensive tips. They're choosing to pump up their own team. As Nightfall going to take these Ancients. The only core right now that's ahead of another core from LGD.
Do something about that middle tower.
And trying to get in towards that big item after the Echo Saber. Save nearby as well. They're just trying to hold on to some ground and get DM some time. Only level 8 on this Darkseer.
Yeah, he's going to need some help. He's definitely not the playmaker out of the Tricore right now with the start that he's had. So going to be relying on this Shadow Blade from the Tiny alongside the Relocates, as well as just the Void Spirit and the nature of how that hero operates. And I say GBK, knowing that he has to get involved a little bit earlier, will just straight up buy a Kaya, not going to be able to go for a bigger ticket item.
And he's going to do a little hunt in there. Sees the rotation coming from Faith Beyond. They have a Boundless Strike if they want to use it.
Got to watch that level 10 talent. Has the bonus range on the Scythe.
Yeah. It's a little bit bigger than I think most people expect. Obviously, that talent being added relatively recently and can catch somebody off guard. But 3 to 8, and you can see already very much into the favor of LGD, though certainly Virtus Pro not out of it. All they need to do is find those first set of items, hit a power spike, and try and take that perfect fight.
They have a lot of late game potential, but I do think that LGD are just, they see their timing. They're just looking for BKBs on the Kunkka as well as the Monkey King. They're going to start pushing forward. That'll all be also guarded by a pipe on this Necrophos. So magical damage going to be pretty poor versus this lineup. And look at the heroes of Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
It's like all magic, except for when Nightfall gets those big items and starts swinging.
Maybe they can catch something before that pipe comes online and starts making a difference. Thank you. Drops it, spots it, sees him, wants to interrupt this, and, well, the Avatos will turn into a quick kill. But can they get any more afterwards? That was a bit of a freebie.
Zenkyu's crazy. He just...
They're thinking about going for more here. TP's coming in. Nightfall right there on top of him. Y is out afterwards. CM just has to run away. Gonna try and relocate him out and does manage to get the escape. So it ends up being a trade right there of a 1-for-1 with likely an IO to die.
As long as GBK stays alive up here, this is okay.
Yeah.
All right. Does get X'd, but not going to find the combo. That's the freebie back down bottom. All right, we're good.
The Reaper.
Yeah, so like you said, GPK able to get out. They lose the 2 supports and still getting some farm on their heroes, but you can see LGD taking the move now to constrict the map and try and put some pressure on the bottom tier 2.
Yeah, I actually think that was kind of okay for Virtus Pro. In the state they're in, like there was 2 farming cores, time to get relocated out and just hit a bunch of creeps mid. Void Spirit's hitting creeps in the top lane. They only lose IO. Small victories here. That's the state of the game right now for Virtus Pro.
Gotta find the silver linings where you can. But 4 to 10, 16 minutes in. And Virtus Pro with the Shadow Blade done. DM getting up to level 9, so he's got 3 points up in Surge. They've got potential to catch people quickly. Rest of the team moving in afterwards. Why? Gonna pop the ulti. Now the turn, wall down, getting the slowdown, but they've already lost GPK. And Y just walks away. Oh man, if he gets out of here as well, nobody from LGD really is going to get punished with this, with the Wyvern already dead. Why now? Okay, the jump forward, wants to make it live. Avalanche tries to get away, but not quite going to get out.
At least they got that. That's
down.
victory, though. The original one's still there.
At Nightfall, he's got to run, got to hide, got to escape. DM TP's out right underneath that tree. And just like that, they managed to mostly escape. Oh,
he's got the pole, remember?
Yeah, good, and there's the roll away.
Monkey.
Nicely played, finds, oh no, with the winner's curse, turn around, no, they can't quite catch him. Almost got him there, but able to escape by the skin of his teeth, save out.
Well, they've stabilized at the very least, right? Positive stuff here for Virtus Pro. They're keeping the lead relatively the same here for LGD, but it is still a lead nonetheless. And first item delivered out to DM, does have the mech. Wants to go for that Aghanim Scepter, which kind of functions like a Midas in some regards, and that like really sometimes you'll see them like rush it, so like just like ramp their gold. But obviously in this game, they really just need the multiple ion shells and to actually try and live in these fights.
Make sure they don't get dispelled as well. So that Earth Spirit silence is going to become so key in these ones. If you can find that Oracle.
You can see it right there. It's just such a low level, right?
Yeah.
Not much that he can do. They can't burst him fast enough without their full focus.
Incredibly difficult game for Virtus Pro, but not impossible. Mech done, but he's going to need that and a little bit more to get out of this one. And didn't stand a chance. Man, they are just going one by one there. Save falls down. I'm able to get him.
That Monkey King virus gets some serious reach.
PSG LGD, they came in as the favorites of the tournament. They haven't disappointed yet, and very close to continuing on in this upper bracket. Just carrying an upper bracket finals appearance at the very least.
That's got to hurt.
They got that walking game too. The way they're moving around this map, I see like completely fearless. Game one, using their vision a lot more, kind of following the vision. Now they just, I don't know, they feel kind of invincible. I feel like they're kind of getting a little bit disrespectful here in their movements here, and I don't even think they're going to get punished.
Getting everything they want.
Look at this Ward just sitting under it up top right now for nothing to say. He's begging them to come fight him. It's like, I'm just going to kill your creep waves as they leave your base. You got tier 1, you got tier 2. I don't care.
He's just out there.
That's fine. You don't have a lane.
It does not appear to care even a little bit. Aether Remnant not going to connect on to nothing to say.
And this smoke, they're going to see the Io's courier. They're not going to kill it. They want the prize.
And Kingslayer there to break the smoke, but
they ping, they know.
Jump forward, they find the bigger target. The Tiny is there. Oh, they're gonna wait, so that way you can't relocate out of there. They focus down Kingslayer.
Look at Nightfall though. He wants to make the big play. He comes back in.
A chance. Avatot's dead onto 1, but he might get punished for this one. Can he find his way out of there? Fade Beyond chasing, no Reaper sight, but in the end, they get the double.
Well, he had no TP. He would have had to run all the way home. I guess he was just trying to find something a little bit bigger.
An X. GPK finds the Remnant. Simulate gets him away.
Bottom lane DM. Oh, the monkey.
He knows. Oh my god! Is that an offlaner? Excuse me? What? I know they took the armor away from Mech, but holy moly. At least the extended one that they had before. And now they find save, kill him off too.
Oh, that's not good for the
This is a thrashing in game number 2.
Don't mind if I do.
Well, nonetheless, the way that Virtus Pro win this game, though the odds of it happening have gone down, the method remains the same. Take a big fight with Darkseer, try and get that silence onto Oracle, and of course it all starts with a smoke like this. Can they do it though?
I mean, the last time we were in a situation like this, we'd seen bigger comebacks, and we saw the comeback.
That's true.
You know, we've had it happen here in the bracket.
AC is
can be done.
They run in, find Xingqiu. That's an opening to get.
Look, he's worth 5K. Now it's an 8K lead. See, that's how it works. That's just math, guys.
Right,
it's fine.
easy.
How about
And they
this
find
one?
the second.
4,200.
That's not bad either.
Is it getting subtracted, though?
Can they get him? Why? Down low dead. BKB, there's the wall down onto both of them. Is this an opportunity here? LGD taking down the supports first, but he still hits pretty hard. GPK wanting to find an opening. BKB is out, and now there's the Yule Scepter lift up on to DM. He's got to find a way out of this one. The X pulls him back in and just eviscerates him afterwards, and that is the problem. The supports, they die, but they come back pretty quick afterwards on the respawn.
Virtus Pro just trying to keep the mentality in this one, trying to keep themselves feeling good. Still spamming those voice lines, you know, slay together, win together, lose together.
Dire's bottom tower is under
One of those three looking the most likely here for sure. As they head into the Roach Pit here, the Aegis will be claimed now from LG.
by the gods.
And there it is, gets picked up by Ame.
Just like me.
As down towards mid, they will run next. GPK pushing out the lane and save with them. If there's an opportunity to find a pickoff, that's the best bet for the two heroes to find it. And I mean, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about it. Like Kyle talked about it in the draft panel. He saw it as soon as it came out. That Oracle pick into Darkseer completely destroyed his game, and currently is the only core that's not really feeling like a core. It's just a tough matchup.
It's frustrating because Darkseer always wants this pairing, and so it feels like it's something that would be really good to go in that phase of the draft. When you have to pick two heroes in a row, you just show this strong, like, essentially like a draft combo that's just like, yeah, I mean, you know that you're going to pick some sort of a 4 with the Darkseer anyway, so seeing it just like right together, it slides in there pretty well, but if you leave that Oracle in, it's going to hurt. Now at the same time, you can't just ban Oracle or they're just going to ban Darkseer.
True enough. Well, we see ourselves down a good amount. They actually used to relocate there for Tiny, so just ensuring that he doesn't go down as Save pulls the next creep wave. They need to buy time.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Time to
under
practice all of your stall tactics right now for Virtus Pro. This is the upper bracket. Of course, they'll still survive if they lose this one, and well, you're never going to get better practice than this in terms of trying to delay a game that feels like it's at its worst. LGD, main stage, TI. You might as well get some experience here.
True enough.
And perhaps you can just do it.
Maybe. There's a chance.
There's always a chance.
Well, an X. There's a chance they might catch him here. Torrent. Save. Goes for the kick and roll. And the TP out. Looks like he should. Oh, just barely get out of there. This X was back off cooldown, I believe.
Just getting there, yeah.
Look at this. They're hyping each other up. Hey, look at that. He kicked him out of there. Got away. Any delay is good.
Great. Woohoo.
There it is. That's the good vibes.
Yeah, it's the Good Vibes Squad here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. And send all your positive energy to Virtus Pro. They need it right about now.
Oh, silence. Save. Tries to go for the rollaway. That time, not quite going to happen.
All right, but while this is happening, look at the other 4 Radiant heroes.
That's right.
They're hitting creeps.
Pushing out all the map.
Even I was getting all the action. Kingslayer's just like, yeah.
He's underneath the
I'm
ward
under
right
a
now.
ward near Ancients. Yeah. I'm going to save my tiny. Gets into trouble.
meantime-
Rax? Who needs Rax? We can't fight this anyway.
LGD.
Take them. We don't want them.
Gonna take down those mid-racks.
Lazy creeps can't even defend the base.
And we're doing the real work down there.
Oh, you think we care about our bottom lane? Okay, yeah, maybe we do.
And they're going to show up for this
Guys,
one.
should we fight this one?
Yeah.
bottom tower
The
is
smoke
under
up.
attack. I feel sad for them.
Virtus Pro. What can they do here to stop this? Potential round 2. The tossback play could be something to look for, or the rollback vacuum only onto one wall afterwards, not doing nearly enough. They did find that Oracle, but can't quite get the kill, and just like that, why it's gonna live through it, a godlike spree, and well, you turn around with the Winter's Curse, the Torrent afterwards, one by one they fall, and LGD will not be denied. This team has been the hell and back. They're trying to finish this one off here. In this upper bracket match, trying to get to that upper bracket finals as they turn on to GPK as well, finish off that rack. Still one more tier 2 tower remaining, but LGD, they want to close this one out right now.
Why with the blink lines? He's on his march to another Aegis, of course.
Oh, yes.
Remembering his old friend who was there the
And
last
there
time.
it is. GG is called. We got 2 teams in the upper bracket finals that are looking unstoppable, and LGD is one of them.
Are they the unstoppable object or the immovable force? I hear Insania always talking about Team Secret and the wall.
That's right.
They must be the immovable force, so you know this must be the unstoppable one.